When it comes to things in life, bigger is typically better. I mean, after all, it's the good old American way. Ask McDonald's. Like, do you remember the whole Super Size Me thing where you get like the extra big fries and then they have to stop doing it because some people sued them? We're not gonna talk about that, but either way, the older you get, you tend to learn that bigger isn't always better. After all, there's nothing worse than using a big fucking hammer to tap a brad nail. It just doesn't work. The same can be said for wheels and tires. As you get older, the desire to run a massive 14 or even 16 wide may not always be appealing as something a little bit more conservative. I'm Dustin, Dusty.co on Instagram, and in today's video, we're jumping headfirst into this one to find out, are smaller wheels really worth it? Let's get it. Now, if you're new to the channel and this is the first time that you've ever seen a custom offsets video in the history of custom offsets video, then hi, welcome. Thanks for swinging by, checking out the channel, and of course, for following along. Be sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, just click the button down there. Just do it, and it'll be fine. Click the bell notification too, so you got that. And if this isn't your first time with us, then welcome back. And of course, you guys already know, or maybe you don't, but now you do. If you need wheels or tires or suspension for your truck, you can find those at customoffsets.com. That's enough of that. Let's get into the video. So, let's talk about wheels for just a moment. When it comes to truck builds, there are a lot of options out there. You've got cast wheels, you've got rotary forged wheels, you've got 8 wides, you've got 9 wides, you've got 10 wides, you've got 11 wides, 12 wides, 14 wides, 16 wides, 18 wides. The options are endless. It's like Subway. You can really have it your way. But which way is correct? The answer to that question is like many other great puzzles here in life. It depends. If you do a quick search on the old Instagram, you're gonna find that unless you're on 14 wides, there really isn't a lot of hype around your build. The hype game is gonna tell you that you gotta have Yeezys and the beefiest of wheels to even stand out in the market today. But wider wheels really aren't always better. While sure, them thick boy 14 wides are cool for flexing on the gram, and they're really awesome if you want an arm workout because you're polishing your forged wheels, you are definitely going to find some instances where they have some drawbacks. One of the biggest drawbacks with slapping a big old wheel in there is that if you're anything like me, you're gonna have to trim a lot. GM, right, General Motors and all of their goodness decided that for over a decade, they were gonna make your wheel wells square. And this causes big issues because if you want to put a bigger, wider, round wheel in there, it doesn't always fit. It's like the block toy when you were a kid. Take my Duramax, for example. We literally had to trim the front bumper like 2 inches and do a full NorCal trim on the back side of the wheel well, and it still didn't really have a ton of room to work with. Another major issue that you can get with a wider wheel, of course, is that with wider wheels comes wider tires. And with wider tires means that there's more tire sticking out of the fender well, right? And that's all cool and it looks really good on the gram, but it also means that you can expect your truck is pretty much always going to be dirty. Any sort of dirt, water, mud, or other debris or material that you can find on the roadway, off the roadway, or wherever you're driving is gonna sling up onto the side of the truck or on the hood, and it's going to be everywhere. It's just the way it works. Additionally, if your tires like to pick up some stones, you can probably expect some rock chips. Listen, there's nothing that will make your soul leave your body quite like the sound of a big old rock being hucked out of your tire and into your fender. It really sucks. I had one on my way to Tennessee last year, literally sounded like a gunshot, scared the shit out of me, it was wild. With that being said though, there are some options if you wanna get your truck looking good, but you maybe don't wanna have to beat the hell out of your truck to do so. Enter stage left, the 9 wide wheel. Now, listen, when I first got into trucks way back in 2009, 9 wides were the thing. They were common, like more common than the standard Kleenex in a household. They were everywhere. Back then, 14 wides didn't even exist, and a 20 by 12, you had a massive wheel and you were built only for the show scene. You could never daily those, at least that's what we thought. Things have changed since then though, and the fact of the matter is that a 9 wide can still really shake up the look of your truck without breaking the bank or forcing you to just grab the Sawzall and cut the shit out of your fenders. For example, a set of 20 by 9 hostile sprockets in chrome will set you back about $2,200, right? And they look freaking awesome. Otherwise, if you're looking for a more simplistic look, right, you want a little bit more off-roady style wheel and tire, you can just shoot for a set of Anthem Rogues, just like we put on Zach's truck over there at the Millennial Farmer, right? Looks good. It's a brand new Chevy 3500 leveling kit, some 20x9s with 35s, and it woke that whole truck up and made it super functional, super practical, and it looked awesome. It was awesome. Best part about that is not only are you getting a dope looking wheel and tire package, but you also don't have to worry about your truck being constantly dirty from, driving it down farm lanes or through a muddy yard or any of that stuff. There's no debris all over the side of your truck because your 9-wides are just tucked up right in there and they look super good and they sit right even with the fender and it's fine. It's fine. That's what you want. All of that, and you still didn't have to trim. You still didn't have to grab the Sawzall. It's awesome. Another thing to consider with smaller wheels is that if you tow a lot, it's gonna be easier to find a tire that's gonna be weight rated for the towing job that you're doing. Diesel guys, I'm looking at you here. For example, the weight rating on a 35 12.5 R20 is gonna be a lot more than that of a set of 35 14.5 R24s, for example. This is because more sidewall, right? More rubber helps support that weight better, making sure that you keep rolling down the road and don't have a blowout of some sort, because that would be a bad day. At the end of the day here, there really is no right or wrong way to go about it. If you're looking for a show build truck, then maybe a wider and bigger wheel is for you. However, if you're looking for a daily driver setup, right, or you just want to be a little bit more conservative, you don't want to trim, or heck, you just don't want to deal with the hassle of having wider wheels and not being able to fit through the drive-through at the bank because, that really sucks, then a 9-wide, it might be the option for you. That might just be your boy blue, you know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Are you going wide, or is a 9-wide more your style? Let us know down in the comment section below, and as always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. With that, my name's Dustin. I'm with Custom Offsets. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.